Perfect. Okay, so thank you for coming in today. I'm Shannon.
I'm Eugene. My pleasure.
Nice to meet you. Just want to grab a seat.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so I'll just go over the role a little bit here. I just have a bit of an overview, and then I have some questions to ask you.
Okay.
Feel free to stop me at any point if you need me to repeat something, or if I'm talking too fast, I'm happy to go over it again. Or if you need to take some time to think about an answer, that's totally okay too. I like to keep it fairly casual. So, okay, and then I also have some time at the end for you to ask me questions as well.
Okay, sounds very good.
Okay. So this role is primarily responsible for maintaining our high standards in customer service. Guest service will interact with guests on a daily basis and may be in charge of training other staff to continue creating lasting memories with our guests. Okay?
Yeah.
So if you want to start by just telling me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm currently in the Alls College Hospitality and Tourism Management. Also, I am currently holding few industry the certificates. Yeah, and yeah, I have graduated high school in Calgary.
And your industry certificates, you got ProServe, Protect, First Aid, and these are all still valid and
They're
active?
still valid. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, great. All right. What do you know about our organization?
So, the residence in by Marriott is currently running by Marriott International, and you guys are using PMS system which called FOS, or so the system that the customer base called Empower, or so you guys have loyalty program called Bon Boy, yeah. So it is currently located in Calgary downtown.
Cool. Great. And how do you feel that our organization differs from competition that's in the local area as well?
It is actually high quality of hotel, so I personally feel it's very competitive. Compared to Fairmont and Sheraton hotels, yeah.
Okay. So this role relies heavily on teamwork. You work with the people in your department as well as other departments throughout the organization. Say you had a disagreement with a coworker. Tell me how you would manage it independently of your immediate supervisor.
Oh, I mostly do try to communicate with my coworkers, or so I'm approaching them with full respect. I respect their opinion, but also I'm trying my best to make them understand my personal opinion. And if that doesn't work, then I mostly respect your opinion and follow your way. But I still think my way is the correct way. Then I keep trying to convince them to the work style and everything.
Right. So you try to keep an open mind on their side as well. Okay. A primary responsibility of this role is to maintain accuracy through attention to detail. Can you tell me about a time where you had to be extremely detail-oriented and how you would measure the success of that work?
So when I was in YMCA volunteer as a badminton coach, I had to deal with a lot of customers complain. I used to say just people's complaint. I'm mostly coaching a middle school age children's, but mostly our STEM members are recruited by volunteers.
Okay.
So yeah, there could be a lot of complaints because of their work quality.
Okay.
But I was the representative to take the solve the complaints from their moms.
Right.
And after I being apologetic to them, they was satisfied and understood our situation, what's going on, and I told my members to keep it down, more focusing our children, something like that. So
Okay.
yeah, I maintained the situation really calmly.
Awesome. And you would say it was successful if you didn't get any complaints at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Was there anything else you measured your success on?
Or so when I was in days in Sweden hotel, I was working as a like night audit.
Yeah.
But through the procedure, my manager was like pretty satisfied, even though I was new to night auditor position. Or so, yeah. Basically, I am pretty quick learner,
Okay.
so I keep track on every schedule and things. So they were pretty highly satisfied with my work.
Okay. Awesome. So our lodges attract guests from all around the world,
Mhm.
and often our guests do not speak the same language as our hotel staff.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me how you would approach interacting with a guest who does not speak the same language as you?
So basically, I'm I speak three languages, which is Korean and English, but a little bit of Japanese, but I still can communicate with Japanese people.
Right.
So when I was working in Days Inn and also when I was doing a shadow shift in the Residence Inn by Marriott's, I mostly seen like English speaking guests, so I couldn't have a lot of problems. But particularly in Days Inn, there was like a lot of tour group
Yep.
from Korea and China, so I do speak Chinese, so I mostly try to communicate with them through like a Google Translator,
Okay.
or I memorize some of the Chinese word to help and provide the best quality of customer service to our guests.
Okay. Awesome. And I see through your resume that you have a lot of like management software experience.
Mhm.
How do you go about learning a new software?
I'm a pretty quick learner,
Okay.
so even though I have a like even though there's like a new software, like I can learn pretty quick through YouTube, or I can just download it at home through my computer laptop.
Yep.
And I can just practice by my own.
Okay. And are you kind of a hands-on learner? You like to get into the system and practice, or are you okay just through watching the videos? Can you pick it up pretty quick that way?
Yeah, I mostly watch video.
Okay.
Then that more makes sense. So
All right. And this role we put is paid between $16 and $18 an hour,
Mhm.
but based on your experience. Does that fit within your expectations in regard to wage?
yes, I do.
All right. And did you have any questions for me?
I'm wondering that if I start working, then if I like, am I able to still learn about the full system with my coworkers?
Yeah, so we do training through shadowing. We would definitely have your first few shifts with someone else,
Mhm.
and then from there we always keep someone close by for the first little bit for sure.
Cool.
And then we also offer professional development opportunities through mentorship. So even not just the staff that are in your position that have been there for a while, but some of the higher up positions, we offer mentoring through those as well.
Cool. So how long does it? How long is the training period for new staff members?
Yeah, we like to say 2 weeks. Again, that will vary depending on if you're part-time or full-time,
Mhm.
but kind of 2 weeks of training and onboarding we
I
expect.
see. Or so is the shift like a flexible shift? Like, am I going to be in the like position of AM shift and like PM night auditor? Is it like a flexible
Yeah,
schedule?
we need someone there for kind of the core hours,
Mm-hmm.
but from there we can kind of play around with what your needs are for sure as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Or so what is your management style?
Yeah, we really like that kind of mentorship program,
Mhm.
and we find that gives our new employees and kind of our younger and junior employees
Mhm.
the ability to make their own decisions and kind of work independently with that verification check from their mentor as well. So really kind of developing their skills.
Or so based on my experience in hospitality industry, each like hotel have a different types of customers. For example, in Days Inn there was more tour group guests and like a crew members. What types of customers do you guys mostly have?
Yeah, we get a lot of conferences,
Mhm.
so people touring around and coming to Banff for different conferences and events, a lot of events and weddings and stuff like that. But we find that it's kind of the higher end client as well, so
Oh, okay.
people that are there for
Yeah. The reason that I was asking was I wanted to be, more, how to say, focused on various types of like customers that Marriott having. So
Right.
yeah.
Perfect.
So when I can expect to hear from you?
Yeah, we're doing interviews this week, and then we like to do reference checks as well. So
Mhm.
by the end of next week, you should hear from us either way. We usually do that through email.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your
Not a
time.
problem. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Yeah. Thank you.
No worries. Okay.